Hiya, welcome back. So this is part 2 where I'm putting the forks back together again with new bushes and seals. Hope you enjoy it and hope you find it useful. So I bought this James gasket kit, which has got a lot of the bits that I'm going to need. And here's a list of the bits I'm going to be using. So I'll start with this one. And then that slides into the tube. And just use a spring to push it down. Put the end cap on and slide it into a slider. And just put the bottom bolt in loosely for now. And then the same the other side, again using the spring to hold it down. And then put that on. And then put that in there. And again, just tighten it up, finger tight. After you've slidden that up and down a few times to make sure it's all aligned properly. Put the spring in. With my spacer. And just tighten that down a bit so you can get the bolt done up tight. That's plenty tight. And the same the other side. And now with the fork leg and my little jig thing, put the other upper bushing in, and then the washer with the concave surface down. And then I'm just going to put a bit of rubber grease on the oil seal, and then with a plastic sleeve to protect it, slide that down. Slide that down enough until you can get the clip in, the groove. That's in. and the same the other side. And then finally the dust cover with a little bit of rubber grease on it, and then also the protective sleeve. Keeps pinging out. God, a bit fiddly. I think that's in. So I've got the fork in my little jig thing, and this is the fork oil that I'm using. When they're dry and you've rebuilt them like I have here, it's 342 mils or an air gap of 146. So I'll just pump that up and down. And see what that looks like. Yeah, just touching. Yep, that's good enough for me. And the spring, then the washer, and the spacer, and the cat bolt. And then I'll just put the fork leg in there. Do that up. Good. Yes, job done. So because these seals are they don't have a drain hole, so any crud that gets in there just sits around this area here. So I'm going to do away with these, and I'm going to put some gaiters on. So with that in mind, I'm just going to measure this. These two, I'm going to get that one there, 60/55, that is 60.55 or thereabouts, 60.51, and that one 62.43. So I'll put those measurements up in case anybody else wants to get gaiters, but this is specifically for my bike. So that's a 2007 Roadster. Anyway, that's my dimensions. So there's the gaiters, and I've just punched a little hole down there. I'll just get the other one on. Yeah, they are quite a bit looser than I would have liked. Anyway, I'll fit those on the bike, put the bike back together again. So get these in. Now, is that on the outside or the inside? I would have thought the outside. Right, and this has to be 10.7 to 12.7 millimeters from the base of that to the top of that. Right, just see what that is, and then do the other side exactly the same. 12.11. Right, and these tightened up to 30 to 35 foot-pounds. Okay, and now the other side. Okay, so I've got that side within a 0.03 of a millimetre, so that's going to be good enough for me. And then just tighten these up. Okay, now put the wheel back. So one side of the mudguard on first. That's plenty tight enough. And then put the front wheel back in and tighten the old pinch bolt up. And then get the other side of the mudguard on. That's plenty tight enough. And fit the brake calipers both sides. Just get those torqued up. And then take it off the ramps. Job done. So that's it. End of a long day. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you can, please. And I'll catch you next time. Cheerio.